In about the next 30 minutes, I'm going to break down how you can make a full transition into online coaching as an in-person coach and make anywhere between $5,000 and $20,000 a month in 90 days or less. All without setting up any complex funnels, relying on referrals, harassing strangers with cold outreach, or turning into the next viral influencer relying on organic marketing. Chances are, if you're watching this video right now, you're probably a private sports coach that falls within this niche of soccer, golf, football, basketball, tennis, track, or maybe some other type of sport. Maybe you're an in-person trainer working at a local gym, or maybe you're just someone looking to get your foot in the door with online coaching full time. You're also probably really good at what you do and you're passionate about helping others. You just can't keep putting in the long hours just to barely make ends meet. If that sounds like you're at the right place. So stick with me throughout the entire video and I promise it'll be worth every single minute of your time. The graph you're seeing right now is the e-learning market size. And as you can see, every single year, this is rapidly growing. I'm afraid though that the future of in-person coaching will slowly become obsolete. And if your business isn't online, it'll become next to impossible to be an in-person coach that's actually making more than $50,000 a year. My goal in this video is to show you a strategy that will allow you to make a full transition into online coaching in the easiest and most effective way possible. One that doesn't require all the complexity that a standard business might require. I want you to also learn how you can make more money living anywhere in the world while creating more impact, educating and training more people without also having to scale your hours as well. And I want you to learn our evergreen coaching model that's helped hundreds of other online coaches not only buy their time back, but build their legacy as well. Welcome to the in-person to online thesis. I've made hundreds of videos online teaching people how to scale their coaching business. This one in specific is geared towards the people that are doing in-person and want to transition to online coaching. Before we begin, I want you to have an open mind. Maybe you've doubted yourself in the past, not sure if you can even do coaching online. Trust me, this is the new world that we're living in. And if you have the skill sets and passion, I guarantee that I can show you how you can put your business online and start making a ton of money from anywhere in the world. I personally had the pleasure of working with complete beginners get their first client online, like Harry Pitcher, who closed his first client for a 3-month deal, and students like Caleb as well, contracting and closing a $1,200 deal. Ethan Gonzalez closing a $3,000 paid in full and making $10,000 in 5 days. And Noah, a private sports coach, closing an $1,800 paid in full and doing $20K a month for 3 months in a row. The secret to building a really profitable and stress-free online business is this core process: offer, attention, and client acquisition. Once you get these 3 concepts down, you'll know how to easily turn a stranger on the internet into a paying customer without even spending a ton of time doing so. Real quick, before we get into that, my name is Alex Robinson. I own and operate my own online coaching business called the Digital Business Accelerator that's done over 7 figures in sales in the last 2 years. And my passion is literally helping people build a lifestyle business online. As you can see, I've been able to travel to different parts of the world. On the left of me here is my business partner, Trevor. We actually flew down 2 of our star clients down to Mexico to do some masterminding. Since then, we've been able to travel to different parts of the world. Even this picture here is me actually looking out of the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa, down in Dubai. I actually got a hotel right across from the Burj. Traveling to different parts of the world with my girlfriend and friends. It's just been amazing. And I've been able to do that because I can make money from any part of the world, right? It's all online and I can help and create impact while still doing the things that I love the most. At a young age, I've always had an affinity for traveling and being able to live wherever I wanted in the world. I think it comes from my hatred towards the standard 9-to-5 work schedule. I actually used to work in a couple different spots, but one of my least favorite jobs I had growing up was working at this retail store. I had to clock in early and clock out late while still going to college. I actually went to college at UConn, go Huskies. And it was really frustrating because I would see all the people on the internet making all this money, traveling, living in high-rise apartments, driving fancy cars. And I thought to myself, I had the potential and capability of doing so, especially since I knew I could impact others. That hatred drove me to want to make a change. I didn't want to sit in mediocrity anymore, seeing other people become more successful than me, knowing full well I'm just as gifted, if not more talented than them when it comes to business and education. Fast forward to the present day, after making $1 million online and helping so many other business owners scale to 6 figures, I learned one of the biggest things that stop people from actually seeing success is their ego. I know for me personally, I had an ego growing up. I used to think that I could do everything on my own and never needed any help. And that ego led to a lot of failed businesses. I started off with a dropshipping business after I saw a ton of young people making a ton of money with dropshipping. And because I didn't want to, invest and learn from an actual mentor, I tried doing everything on my own, buying followers, putting together a page. And this was one of many failed businesses, all because I believed that I could do it all on my own. And I knew more than the people around me, which just wasn't true at all. So after failed business model after failed business model, I finally discovered something called affiliate marketing. This is where you promote a product or service online, and if you got a sale, you would earn a commission of that product. Started to do this pretty heavily, and I would spend a lot of time on TikTok creating videos, and I slowly started to transition into Instagram as well. And I saw a lot of success. I actually made $70,000 in just 6 months, and this is where I started to learn the skill set of content creation and being able to sell things online. I actually took that success and purchased a few things. I purchased a Tesla, started to travel a lot more. It's my first time going out to Miami by myself. I even earned a $10,000 plaque from the company I was working with. And this kind of gave me the confidence that I needed as far as creating content and actually owning a business. Started to see a lot more success on social media as well. And it wasn't until I discovered that, okay, I can find success and do really well with this stuff, but I needed some more guidance and I needed to pivot this into an actual business model, coaching and educating others. That is when I finally partnered up with my current business partner, Trevor Gundrum, at the end of 2021. And we decided to launch our first ever coaching business called the Digital Business Accelerator. We knew we needed some help and guidance launching our first offer, so we invested into a mentor. He taught us how we can craft and launch an offer. And from there, in the first couple of weeks, we did a little over $12,000 in sales and learned a lot of what we know now that's helped so many other coaches scale. Trevor and I obviously love traveling. This is a photo of us down in Florida on one of the best beaches in Florida. And we like to reward ourselves with the hard work that we're putting in. But we also learned that having a brand and an audience allowed us to actually do that 12,000 and 100% profit in our first few months. And from there, we're going to be able to show you exactly how you can replicate that with that 3-step process that I showed you earlier. All right, so step 1, if you want to build a really successful online business, you need to have a world-class offer. When positioning your offer to your target audience, it's very important to remember your job is to help them go from heaven to hell. To be able to articulate this in the best fashion, you must establish your 3S method. How you help a specific person accomplish a specific problem with a specific solution. So for example, right, you can say, I help people get in better shape. That sounds okay, but what really sounds a lot better is I help stay-at-home moms lose 10 to 15 pounds of stubborn belly fat without having to go to the gym. Your messaging, your ads, and just business in general becomes a lot easier when you can define your 3S model. And a good format to follow is I help X accomplish Y without Z, or overcome Y without Z. Here's one of our students, Nick, who we helped dial in his offer. Nick, before working with us, was barely doing $400 a month, and he had an amazing offer, just didn't know how to articulate it to his target audience. By simply getting clear on who he wanted to work with and how he would help him, we helped Nick charge way more for his offer and enroll more students. As you can see here, he did a $7,800 day. And the truth of the matter is, you're more appreciated and valued when you're talking to the right people. And oftentimes in the online space, a lot of us make the wrong assumption of who we actually want to work with. And something that we're really good at helping our students identify is going after the right people in the right market space. Chances are, if you're an in-person coach looking to transition to online coaching, you're probably really knowledgeable about who you want to work with and how you want to help them. You probably have a ton of in-person clients or students that you do a good job helping, but I see people still struggling to get their offer messaging online and knowing exactly who they want to go after, especially people with money. So the next part about that is you might be someone that actually have full clarity on who you want to work with, right? You have your 3S method down, but you still might be struggling to sell your offer on sales calls. And it's because you don't understand the difference between selling the transformation and not the mechanism. The mechanism is how you deliver your transformation to your audience, but the transformation is the desired outcome your target audience wants. Remember, in most cases, no one cares how you get them from point A to point B. They just want to get to their destination. Now, of course, the best programs will bring you to some island in the Caribbean on a first-class flight, while others will take you there with a sailboat. The biggest thing, though, is to remember that getting your client their desired outcome is all that matters. It's how students like Dane here can generate $22,000 in sales in just 7 days because he clearly can articulate to his target audience exactly the transformation they want. All right, so now I know what you might be asking me. You might be saying, hey, Alex, well, what if I offer a similar solution to everyone in the market space? How can I stand out and be unique? Maybe you're a private sports coach and you help the youth improve their swing with the golf club, or maybe you help people that are trying to lose weight or build muscle get in shape. The simple solution is selling your transformation. At the end of the day, people don't really buy into products or services, they buy into people. One of my favorite things to do is help people in the coaching space build their own personal brand to help them eliminate competition, right? So if you're a Jewish life coach based out of Augustus, Maine, and you're selling life coaching to people who also went through similar experiences as you'll always outsell your competitors who are also selling life coaching, right? So same thing if you're a private sports coach or an in-person trainer. If you want to attract your most ideal prospects without having to deal with a lot of competition, you need to sell your transformation and your story through your marketing. Here's another example. Let's say you're once a student athlete in high school and in college. Then you got married, you might have had some kids, and now you're struggling with body dysmorphia. But you overcame that, and now you're a stay-at-home mom who looks fit and healthy. You'll be able to better connect with similar women who were once in your shoes. An example of this is one of our students here, Ashley, who helps women with postpartum fitness. And Ashley was able to set up and create a brand new profile and an account and teach people exactly how she overcame the same issues she was once struggling with as well. I know one of the biggest limiting beliefs that a lot of in-person coaches have, especially because they don't have a lot of success online, is the concept of being able to charge a lot for their services. Well, I'm here to tell you that the online space is amazing for charging high ticket because you can quite literally speak to your most dream idol prospect and position your offer as the only solution to their problems. It's how students like Ashley here is able to charge $2,000 for her services because she's speaking to her most ideal prospect. So don't be afraid or alarmed when you see some people charging thousands of dollars for what they do. You can do the exact same once you get your offer down and your marketing clear. Alrighty, so now that we've nailed down what a really good offer can look like and how it can impact your business for the better, let's talk about why you probably clicked on this video, which is learning an evergreen marketing system that can get you reliable, consistent streams of leads coming on your calendar every day so you can close them and make more money inside your business. All right, guys, so what I'm about to show you is very, very powerful. So look, if you're not ready to make a ton of money inside your business right now, you're not ready to travel the world, do more things that you love, build a business online, remote, doing whatever you want, please click off this video. But if you are ready to scale your business, you're ready to invest in yourself, you're ready to take this to the next level, I'm going to show you a very powerful strategy that's allowed my business to do multiple $50,000 months and even collect as much as $12,000 cash collected in just one single day. All right, guys, so when it comes to lead generation online, I've tried almost every single strategy on the internet. You name it, I've probably done it. And my goal for this next few minutes here is to show you why all these other strategies will just waste your time and money. And if you're really passionate about building your business online and saving yourself all the time and hassle, I'm going to try my best to show you why the strategy I'm going to show you in the next few minutes is the only one that you should be focusing on. So I've tried Facebook groups, right? The strategy of building my own personal Facebook group, or even worse, going into other people's Facebook groups and sending a ton of cold messages, hoping someone would respond back to me. I'm pitching out different offers. I hired different VAs to do this for me. I'd get my accounts banned, and it's just a complete waste of time. Think about it. You're asking a complete stranger that doesn't know who you are, that has no trust or any inclination of who you are, or what you do, and you're trying to ask them to, buy your product or service, and it's just not really profitable or scalable by any means. If you're doing this right now, I'm here to tell you that there's no means to an end with this. You're just going to keep wasting your time and effort, and you're better off trying something different. I've done cold outreach in Facebook groups, but I've also done it with automated softwares like email outreach, right? I used to scrape tons of emails, hundreds of emails every single day, and mass outreach to a ton of different business owners and potential leads, showing them how I could be the best solution to their problems, but they would all just leave me on read or seen or just ignore my messages. Sometimes people would just be flat out rude, and it would just hurt the demeanor of my business because I'm putting all the time, effort, and money trying to get a lead, and they were just not coming back to me. Hey guys, as a quick news flash for you, by the way, your job as a business owner shouldn't be trying to knock door to door to trying to get leads to invest with you and purchase your products. That's just a big waste of time. Right? We used to also outreach on Instagram. We'd hired multiple VAs, 5 VAs at the time, to go out on Instagram on different accounts and scrape a ton of different leads, put their name, email, any type of information we have about them, their website, and we'd send a ton of cold outreach messages. And even that still wouldn't work. Because again, it comes down to this concept of, as a business owner selling a product or service, it's almost impossible to try to convert a complete cold stranger on the internet into your services because they don't know who you are, they don't know what you do, and they're not going to really trust you because they probably get a ton of inbox messages from people also pitching them their services. So I'm here to tell you that if I had this systematized and still failed to actually scale this, what are you probably doing right now, trying to do this all on your own? Maybe you work a full-time job still, so you're trying to do this in your free time, and you're not even able to put your full time and effort into this because it's just taking out too much time, and it's not also profitable for you. I've also tried affiliates and referrals, Basically, this was a waste of time as well. You have no control over the lead. It's totally dependent on how well your affiliates do. And you might get some referrals here and there, and that's great, but you can't rely on this to build a business consistently. And then, of course, the next logical solution is organic short-form content. This is where you post short-form videos and reels on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, maybe YouTube Shorts as well. And I've grown massive followings on these platforms, and even then, it's still not consistent and as reliable as you'd like. For one, you're always relying on the algorithm to get you new leads and followers. So you basically have to post a ton of content every single day. And as each day goes by, organic short form content becomes more and more competitive, and it's more of a content hamster wheel. And that's assuming you actually get it to work. A lot of the times, most people don't find any success with short form content these days because it's just too competitive, too saturated. And unless you're really good at creating content and have a knack for this, this is something that's still going to take you months and months and months to build up consistently. Okay, so now we're left with my favorite marketing strategy, paid ads. But a lot of beginners still go wrong with this, right? So they'll take their small marketing budget, they'll run some paid ads to a landing page where you'll collect a lead's email, name, phone number, and then from there they'll watch a short video where they can book a call to speak to you. Most people go wrong with this for a couple reasons. So for one, running a VSL funnel is one of the most expensive ways to acquire a lead. So if you have a limited budget, this is going to bleed your budget quickly, and you're not going to really see a quick return on investment, if any at all. Not to mention, only 3% of the market is actually ready to buy now. So you're trying to get a complete stranger to whip out their credit card and pay you when there has to be a multi-step process to get someone to actually build trust, know who you are, and actually like you. Our strategy takes care of that problem. For one, we're going to have you run ads to your Instagram page where someone can get more familiar with who you are, what you do. They'll see the personal side to your story. Because at the end of the day, like I mentioned earlier, people buy into people, not products or services. They'll also be able to watch some free content on your page, like your short reels talking about the things that you love and how you can educate people. And they'll see retargeting ads every single day with you talking about your offer and how you've been able to help other people do the same thing. Then they can watch some long form educational content. And then by the time they actually book a call with you, they'll already know who you are, like your offer, trust you, and now it's just an easy close every time. This funnel works so much better because we're building an audience of people beyond the 3%. You're going to also nurture your audience to provide extreme value so they know, like, and trust you. You're going to be spending less money to actually acquire a lead and followers than actual competitors who run a VSL funnel. And you're building what we call the tornado effect, where you're getting a big audience of people, not all of which will be ready to work with you today, but because they follow you and go through your content, they're going to be nurtured and come around down the line. And the best part about it is Instagram actually prefers this more. Beyond this just being a better funnel, Instagram actually prefers its advertisers to use this function because it keeps people on the app, right? Rather than trying to direct them off the app, you're keeping them within the app where they can watch more of your content. As you can see here, here's some demonstrations of some of my ads. People will see the ad, they'll click here where they'll visit my profile, they'll give me a follow and scroll through and watch some of my other content as well. So here's a 50-foot overview of the entire process. We start off with top of funnel awareness. We're going to be running ads to your profile on Instagram. We're going to get really clear on your messaging and get consistent traffic. And if I'm being honest with you, launching the ads isn't the hard part. Anybody can set these ads up on their own. You can Google it and figure it out or watch a YouTube video. But the way we actually help our students actually get a good return on investment and see anywhere between a 5, 6, 10, even sometimes 15x return on investment, where every time they put $1 into ads, they get $15 out, is actually getting really good at scripting out your ads with you. I personally like helping all my students get on a one-on-one call where we script out an ad to make it unique and stand out and speak directly to your dream customers. When your target audience starts following you on Instagram, they're going to land on your profile and they're still going to be a little bit cold. They're not going to be ready to work with you right out the gate. That's why in the middle of funnel, we're going to warm up our leads. It's not enough to just turn on the ads. People think once I launch ads, I'll get a ton of people paying me money. That's far from the truth. The ads are just designed to get eyeballs on your profile and page. It's up to you and your offer to really get them nurtured in and get them ready to buy and work with you. So here's some stuff that we like to do. For one, we'll set up retargeting ads. RT just stands for retargeting ads, where someone follows you for the first time and then there's going to be an ad that is directed to them almost every single day, kind of laying out your offer, what you do, how you can help them. And it's up to them to opt in and send a message. I like to run retargeting ads like this one here with case studies and social proof. And it's okay if you don't have any yet. Maybe you're a little bit new. Anything that has your offer or what you do or your messaging down packed is something that we can run as a retargeting ad. So as you can see here, we've helped over 200 online coaches set up an inbound Instagram ad strategy. If you want some help, DM me roadmap and I'll send more info. So if you're building a massive audience through your ads and you're getting a ton of retargeting ads like this, you can generate an inbound conversation similar to this little screenshot here. You can see we generated 45 inbound conversation for an average of $8.90 per conversation. So this means that a ton of people are sending us an inbound message, and all we got to do is respond back, qualify them, and get them on the phone. That's how we do our acquisition, is in the DMs on Instagram. So you can also do stuff like post on your stories, right? Create short form content. SFC stands for short form content. So you still want to upload some reels to your page so people can get familiar with your messaging, your beliefs, what you do, what you like. You can also create sales assets, right? So long form videos that break down a little bit more about your offer, what you do, how you help people. And all three of these assets here that you create should be going to a CTA or call to action to generate a conversation with you. If you're interested, send me a message. If you want to learn more, send me a message. If you want this free training, send me a message. And in the DMs is where we qualify leads. We ask them a couple questions to make sure they're a good fit. If we feel like they're a good fit for our offer, we'll pitch them a call. And then we have an entire automated sequence that when someone books a call with us, we'll send them sales assets, reminders, and get them case studies before the call. So by the time they get on the call, they're ready to buy. Once you're making around $10K a month with this, you can hire what we call a commission-only appointment setter. That appointment setter will log into your Instagram account and they'll send messages off of your behalf. And every time they generate a conversation that leads to an appointment that you close, you pay them about 5 to 10% of the closed deal. So you're only paying them for the money that they generate for your business. Okay, so you'll run ads like this. You'll get retargeting ads that generate an inbound conversation. You'll upload a couple videos a week just to keep your audience aware of what you do, who you are, and build some trust. You'll generate a CTA with all this directing to a conversation. And in the conversations or in the DMs, you can qualify a prospect, get them ready to go, and then get them on the phone with you. Make sure they actually have money before they book a call with you so you can pitch them and make a ton of money doing that. It's the exact same strategy we used to help private soccer coach Noah close $7,000 in just 5 days, booking 11 meetings, collecting a ton of upfront cash, and scaling his business to over 10K a month with less than 300 followers on Instagram. So look, at this point, you probably know exactly what you need to do. Create a really good offer, get a ton of attention to that offer by running ads on Instagram, and start generating a ton of conversations so you can qualify leads and start closing some more deals. I want to do a quick visionary exercise. Let's close your eyes for a moment and just imagine you're out one night throwing darts at a bar, or maybe you're just trying to learn archery for the first time. If you try by yourself, assuming you've never done either before, you'll probably hit the bullseye maybe 1 out of 10 times. Now imagine an expert walks up behind you and guides your arm and form. We can assume now that you're going to be able to hit the bullseye 8 out of 10 times or more. You see, most people will go out there with an ego and think, hey, I can just do this all on my own, and they're going to keep hitting the bullseye 1 out of 10 times. And that's going to be, unfortunately, most of the people watching this video right here. There'll be another portion of people, though, that understand that they can't do this on their own, and they don't want to keep wasting a ton of time and money trying to figure out all the kinks and strategies, not knowing what the next step will actually look like. And that's why I live by this simple concept of you're always paying a price, whether it's time or money. Be careful with choosing time as the price that you pay, because a lot of people think, hey, if I do this on my own, I can save a ton of money, and then maybe down the line when I'm making some money, I can look to invest with somebody. But in all actuality, they aren't aware of something called opportunity costs, where every single opportunity or moment that goes by without you knowing what to do, you're wasting more money than actually just investing into a mentor. So look, I want to give you one simple offer. If you're tired of trying to do this all on your own, or you don't want to keep waiting for the perfect opportunity and all the stars to align for you to finally take your business online seriously, this is my offer to you. I want to show you exactly how we help students like Ethan go from barely making $2,000 a month to scaling all the way up to $22,000 a month simply by running the strategy that we teach all our students and even do for ourselves. It's the same strategy we've used to help so many other students kind of grow and build their business online. Students like Jeff spending $421 on ads and closing $15,000. Joanne, a online fitness coach, closing a $1,200 deal with just a simple campaign. Julie closing back-to-back $2,000 students, and so many other students closing $4,000 deals, scaling to $34,000 in a month, $1,500 from a simple campaign, $8,000 online. These are all online students absolutely crushing it with their business right now. Step 1 is really dialing in your top of funnel. I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to help you script and launch 1 to 2 profitable follower ads that have hyper-specific messaging that actually helps you attract your ideal leads on autopilot. What most people go wrong with this is they're taught to go out and hunt for their prospects, like doing cold outreach, Facebook groups, organic marketing. The problem with this, as we all know already, is you basically have to go out there with a spear to get food every single day. If you don't, you won't get any new clients. It's the same way we've helped students like Ethan grow his business quickly, see a 17x return on investment on ads, spending only $180 and closing a $3,000 deal. And with this part taken care of, most of our students report actually getting about 10 to 15 hours of their time back now that they don't need to overproduce organic content or do cold outreach ever again. Ethan was kind enough to share that he was growing his audience here, and you can see in his demographics and his insights here, he grew so many followers quickly as soon as we turned the ads on. Step 2 is the middle of funnel. This is when we show you how to nurture leads and get them ready to buy before they even speak to you on the phone. Most people go wrong by trying to get a brand new lead to pull out their credit card right away, but they didn't actually spend much time actually nurturing them with value. For someone to buy a high ticket item, on average, they need to see about 5 to 7 hours worth of content and value. So what we're going to do to help you automate this process is set up retargeting ads so you can stay in front of your target audience and help them get high converting sales assets that get them nurtured and inundated and educated about your offer before they even book a time with you. The great thing about this is retargeting ads generate an inbound conversation where a prospect will see your ad, swipe up, and send you a message. So I have a question for you watching this right now. How would it feel to have ideal clients coming to you asking if they can work with you? I bet it would feel amazing, wouldn't it? Step 3 is the bottom of funnel. After steps 1 and 2, you'll have a consistent amount of warm and hot leads interested in what you have to sell. Our job from there is to show you how you can stop dropping the ball with the sales process. Unfortunately, a lot of people struggle with sales. And what most people do wrong is they offer an unqualified lead a call, then proceed not to provide any kind of sales assets for them to watch prior to the call. Then they're wondering why they're dealing with a lot of no-shows or different sales objections like, I can't afford it, I need to speak to a spouse, or I'm not ready to sign up with you right now. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to help you install our proven sales process that will get leads pre-sold before they even get on the phone with you. From there, we'll help you review your sales scripts and calls so you get qualified prospects paying you every single time. Okay. So our goal isn't to just get you the leads. We want to show you how you can close 50% of them or more. Chris here closed a $7,500 deal with our objection handling script. Caleb here contracted $2,400 deal with our sales and discovery training. Ben here closed a $1,500 deal and did $5,000 in the month after learning our sales asset training that's helped close so many other students before they even get on the phone. Alrighty, so here's a recap of everything I'm going to do for you. I'm going to show you how to craft and refine your world-class offer to make it sound as good as possible and help you articulate that to the market space. I'm going to show you how to optimize your Instagram profile. I'm going to show you how to script and launch profitable Instagram ads. I'm going to give you a proven setting and sales script to close 50% of qualified leads or more. I'm going to assign you a one-on-one accountability coach, give you personal weekly action steps for you to follow and grow that are personalized to you. I'm also going to give you access to our exclusive Accelerator Funnel course with all the to-dos and videos to watch and trainings to watch to execute everything you need. I'm going to also get you access to our 6-figure community of other coaches. I'm going to provide daily message support where you can reach out and answer and ask any question that you need. And then you can also get 2 weekly group calls, support calls with a tight-knit community where you can hop on those calls, ask any question you want. And if you can't attend those calls, we'll be able to provide a replay there as well for the people that can't attend the call. And as long as you are hardworking and dedicated to see your business grow, you can comfortably dedicate at least 10 hours a week to your business. You're not camera shy or afraid to create short form or long form content, and you can at least invest $500 USD per month into ads. I can personally guarantee that I'll be able to help you scale your business to 5 or 20K a month or more, or we work with you for free until you do. So if you really want to coach and you're ready to make a change, you can book a time. Somewhere on this page, you can book a time with a button that looks like this. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description. That first link there will allow you to book a time with my team. But before you book that call, my team and I are not here to sell you on that call. If you aren't 100% sold and ready to work with us at the DBA, go sell yourself. You can check out my free content, and my IG story highlights has 1 million case studies. So you can go over to my IG, coach_AlexRob, go and check out these client wins. You can click on this one, this one, this one. You can see all the client wins. If you need to see more social proof or whatever, you can check it all out there. You could also head over to my YouTube channel, watch a ton of videos. If you want to learn more about our private sports coach, Noah here, who does soccer coaching, you can check out his client interview here. We have a ton more client interviews that you can scroll through, check out. One here, another one here, another one here. You're going to just also watch my channel and watch a ton of free content that I put out together. Then once you've gone through my content, my client wins, and if you're ready to work with us, Then you could book at a time, because honestly, we don't like wasting our time and you shouldn't like wasting yours. Also, if you cannot afford to take your loved ones out on a fancy steak dinner, don't bother booking call either. We are a premium service, so away from the ad spend that it's going to require, which is about 500 USD a month, we also are a premium high ticket coaching program, right? We work with high level coaches. So if you're really strapped for cash, you have like no money, you don't have any access to credit, and your credit's really shot, chances are you're not going to be able to afford to work with us as well. So if you really, really know you're on your last dollar, don't book a time as well and waste our time, right? You need to have money to invest with us. In saying that, you also might be looking at some other competitors, and that's fine. All I could really say is that for us personally, we are unique in what we do. And the best thing about what we actually do is we have a tight-knit community. We don't enroll a lot of students. So if you're watching this video right now, chances are we have some available spots. But we like that approach because we can basically work with a lot of our students almost one-on-one. Right now, if you enroll with some bigger competitors, not only will you probably be at higher risk of just being pushed aside, but you probably won't get that close, intimate coaching that you may need. And I'm speaking from experience. I've invested over $250,000 worth of coaches, mentors, and guides. A lot of big coaching programs with massive communities just kind of shove you into a group call, and then hopefully you figure it out on your own. I want to have a more intimate approach here where we're working close with you one-on-one, and you still get the approach of a community as well. Right, so if you like everything I had to say in this video and you know you have a little bit of money to invest, you can comfortably spend about $500 a month on ads and have some extra money lying around to invest into a mentor. Book in a time now. Click the link in the description if you're watching this on YouTube, or if this is on a website, you can book a time and fill that out and get ready to have your life completely changed forever.